I'm here to learn, to grow and to develop. I want to see, hear and respond to mission and our Great Commission to go into the whole world. So,
I'm attending 2020 Vision because it's right and appropriate to be here.
We have a passion on the World Circuit for enabling people to come to Christ and to get to catch what we have, to catch the Spirit of Christ, to know Him as their personal friend and Saviour, and to get some inspiration as to how we can do that.
To find out what discernment means.
To see how we can move our faith and discipleship forward. And I hope by the end of the day I'll have not just heard a lot of words, but heard something about action.
I'm here today to get excited, to get reinvigorated, to get a new vision for our churches and our circuit.
We've just had a big redevelopment of our church in the circuit, and we want to make sure we're hitting the right people.
I'm really interested in how we communicate our faith in the modern world, and I think this conference will add to some ideas I've got and some of the church is trying to achieve.
To be enlightened.
Almost 200 people in this room. How fantastic is that? Have a look around at all the people that have come to hear what God is saying to them today about the future and the vision for the Methodist Church and for the Liverpool district.
God was bringing us into deep contact with what we needed as disciples, what we needed to surrender, how we needed to be transformed. And we found that, and we talked about it. And some of the things we discovered was like, gosh, we have been operating as consumers or constructors of a project, of a process, of a worship service, and we have not actually been participants in the flow of grace. We're here making this thing happen, but we have not experienced it ourselves.
As Ray was talking, I suppose the words, my God, our God, came to mind, and my church, God's church, my vision, God's vision, my calling, my vocation, God's calling, God's vocation. Do you begin with I, me? Discernment is about tuning ourselves into the frequency of God.
He argued that managers tend to be reactive, to work to solve problems, to improve systems. But leaders are those who shape ideas instead of responding to them and change the way that people think about what is possible. Leadership and vision are very much interconnected. Vision is the capacity to see what is not yet as though it is already. Vision is to recognize that change is not a luxury, but a necessity for survival.
The Church of God does not have a mission. The mission of God has a church. Where there is no mission, there is no church. And we had a church in the middle of the inner city that the neighbours didn't know existed. So I took my old people around visiting, door knocking, to just say, we are the church over there. And what happened was, it was almost like the gospel of St. Luke, where they come back and say, Lord, we saw Satan falling from heaven. They received us, they talked to us. My people grew in mission much more by having to be on the front line and knock on the doors than they did by all the Bible studies on Revelation that I did with them.
Oh, my brothers, the Lord, there is no other. My sisters, bless the Lord. My sisters, bless the Lord. My sisters, bless the Lord, there is no other. All people, bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord, there is no other. One more time.
Yes.
Is it any fun? Because if it's not any fun at all, then don't do it.
My encouragement for you is a passage, I think, from Leviticus, which talks about 5 chasing 100 and 100 chasing 10,000. And for me, that's just a reminder that it doesn't require, if God is with you, an enormous number. Many of us are in small congregations doing what feels like not that significant things. But if there are 5 of you with God, you've got the capacity to chase 100. And if there are 100 of you, 10,000. That feels like some very significant multiplication. So I'd like to encourage you with that.
And my word I think I'd like to leave, and some of you need to hear this, don't be a golem. So where you're exercising a ministry, remember that it's God's ministry, and it may be time to actually release someone else into exercising that particular ministry. And remember this, if you let go in the name of Christ, God will give you something else.
Word of encouragement, we talk a lot about decline, don't we, and all that, as though somehow that's a terrible thing, but death is the middle of the story, not the end. Death is the middle of the story. And the decline that there's been in Methodism is part of what's going into the resurrection. And we need to live with that.
And my encouragement to you would be, as you seek to make, by God's grace, to make new disciples of Jesus Christ, which I hope that will be at the top of your mission statement in some way. This is about new people becoming disciples. That the encouragement is, the way to do that, as you're centered in God, is by being disciples yourselves.
Never doubt that a small group of committed people can ever change the world. It's the only thing that does.
My suggestion is not earth-shattering. It's about trying to be intentional about what you want and give some time to it. Because lots of us want our churches to be something else, but we don't go beyond that. And so you who are here are influencers. Be intentional about what you want and then give some time to it.
It's fantastic to see so many people here from around the district coming to hear what God is talking and asking us to do for the future.
Being with other people that have the same passion, the same vision, to see the church buzzing about talking about growth, to hear people's testimonies. It's just been really exciting, really encouraging.
The discernment course, and I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the Reverend, what she had to say.
I believe God is talking to the church today to talk about being part of the community, to be away from the building, and more concerned about what the community is going through, and walking beside us and walking beside them and holding our hands as we share time together.
It's certainly making me think.
There's a lot of different speakers with a lot of experiences, so we're just learning a lot of different things from different people.
I've just really enjoyed the level of debate and the level of just sharing things and having wonderful people speak to us and encourage us.
Today's been a really, really good day, a day of really significant conversation, people engaging deeply with questions of God's vision, a day where ideas have been shared. I've picked up ideas myself, and to be part of hundreds of people reflecting together on God's vision for us as Methodist people is something that I don't do often. So today's been a really fantastic day for me, so I go back to Essex now full of hope and excitement, a little tired, but delighted I could be here today.
I think it's been superb, I have to say. I think it's been an excellent day. It's been wonderful to have so many people gathered and focused together on aspects of mission and evangelism and how we can enable the church to engage with the modern world and how we can inspire and encourage and equip and enable people to be able to talk about their faith comfortably. out in the wide world, really. So, and the Liverpool district is just huge. So I just feel hugely privileged to have been part of this district, part of today, and I hope that we can find ways to keep the momentum going on as we move into the future together.
Thanks, Trey. Good to see you.
Thank you so much for coming. This concludes our 2020 Vision event today.